crazy. My boss was like, you're going to do it in the chopper. Have you been in a chopper before? I was like, nah. She's like, do you want to try it first?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm like, is it scary? She's like, are you scared of heights? I was like, I'm pretty good at the Easter show. When I left school, I was so confused on what to do. I had no idea what to do because they forced you into uni. They forced you into this path. And that wasn't really a path for me. Like I was never a book smart kid. I think boxing just shaped everything for me and it gave me confidence. Even if I didn't get into media, it was able to force me to meet new people and get into a group where I felt like I belonged.
Yeah. What was it like getting hit in the face for the first time?
Well, the first time I sparred, I was like, oh yeah, this is what it is. And I've had so many parents that, they sit with me and they say, God, my kid's getting bullied, what do I do and stuff. I just say, look, sport is so important, but especially boxing, giving that confidence, giving that sense of belonging to someone who's not that confident. And it will change them, I promise you. I'm not here for, clickbait? I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
Well, it seems very, like you said.
What'd you point at him for?
No,
Because as soon as you said clickbait,
I said that's what we need, all right? You don't allow me to do it. We need to attack the guest.
Let's
connect.
Let's go. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Connect podcast. And we've got a really interesting guest on today. Her name is Monique Bovino. And Monique has quite a diverse career. She's a TV presenter, a boxer, radio traffic reporter. And, we've been watching Monique for some time now, coming up in the boxing space. So we wanted to have her on the show. So Monique, welcome.
Welcome,
Thank you,
Monique.
guys. Thank
Welcome.
you so much.
Thank you for being here today.
Monique, how did you get started in all of these different fields? Like it's such a diverse range of things that you do. Was there a moment that shifted your path?
Yeah, joining a boxing gym shifted my whole path. I mean, I left school, had no idea what I wanted to do. I started in construction management. So I did that for like a year, racked up that debt, was great. Went to uni, had no idea what I wanted to do. And then I joined a boxing gym and my life changed.
And so boxing gym first, right? Is that to compete or did you sort of turn up at the gym just looking,
for fitness?
Yeah, for fitness.
So you guys, I don't know, not many people have this story, but I actually started there for a job. So I was trying to get a job in a couple of gyms and I was looking at Anytime Fitness, your world gyms. And
could have hit up Shadowbox.
I know. Where were you?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how hard it was? I was getting rejected by everyone. I was like, God damn. This was back when everyone wanted to work. So it was quite hard to get a job. And then I got a job. So I applied on Seek, just kept applying. And then I heard back from this guy, called me. And he's like, hey, do you want to come work in a combat sports gym? And he didn't call it a boxing gym. He said combat sports. So I was like, I was just out of school. I was about 19. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll join. I came over there and then I walked in the place, had the meeting with him. Loveliest person I ever met. We gelled straight away. He was a lot older than me and he said, I was going to employ someone a lot older than you because I needed a manager, but you've got the job. And he's like, your personality fits the gym and it will work well. And from then on, I started training. I got close to the guys, started getting close with Arnell Baratello, who's my coach. And we all just gelled and then I ended up fighting. So
perfect fit. Seems like he saw something in you that you probably didn't see in terms of where this would go.
Oh, crazy. It's so weird as well because not many people know this. And I said it previously on a podcast that he actually got my job. I worked for it, but he put in the good word for my radio job. So I actually...
Is that Kiss FM?
No, not even the chopper I do. So the traffic TV reporting, he worked that in for me. So, I had to send demos for a whole year without anyone responding, but he got me the contact to do it. And he started my whole career. And then that's how I met Ricky and Ebony and my coach and it all built off them.
That's pretty cool. So let's go back there. So going into applying for being the chopper lady, replacing Vic LaRusso? Everyone knows Vic LaRusso. Vic LaRusso was one of my idols growing up.
Yeah.
When you say the chopper lady, we're let's be clear what that is. Not a chopper's sidekick or anything. You're in the helicopter, right?
Yeah. And was that the first role in media?
Yeah, so I started...
That's pretty big.
It's massive.
Jump.
It was... so I started off, I did... I worked in the gym and then I left the gym and worked in another gym. And then in that meantime, I applied for a job at KISS. That was me doing that myself. And once I got the job at KISS as road crew, I worked there for the start. So I was doing behind the scenes. I learned to do a bit of paneling. And then after that, I reached back out to the guy who hired me in the boxing gym and I said, hey, there's COVID time. I said, hey, can you help me out? I don't know what to do. And he goes, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to be on TV. And he goes, done. I got a contact for you. And that's how that eventuated into that area. So I did start at KISS for I was there for a good year.
Yeah.
Another year before that as a streetie, doing casual work, but then full-time behind the scenes.
Did you have a stint at C91? That's our local radio station.
Yeah, I was just there. I love C91. The nicest people, Arch and Ali. I was doing on-air traffic reporting with them for 6 months before I moved to doing it in the chopper.
So you know the local area then?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't get down here enough, but the Narellan Town Centre, MacArthur Square, nicest shopping centre. It's such a nice community down here as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're up in the chopper and you're reporting the traffic. What's that experience like? Every day? You do that every day.
Did you get into a helicopter before that?
Yeah.
Were you ever in a helicopter before that? Or was that your first, okay, read the news?
You know what's crazy? My boss was like, so you're going to do it in the chopper. Have you been in a chopper before? I was like, nah. She's like, do you want to try it first?
Yeah.
Sure, it'll be fine.
I'm like, is it scary? Is it? She's like, are you scared of heights? I was like, I'm pretty good at the Easter show.
on the Ferris wheel.
Whatever it is. And I'm like, now I'm petrified of heights. Hey, I can only go on a chopper. It's so
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, don't get me on a ride. I'm terrible. I don't know how that happened, but I ended up getting super scared of heights. I'm like,
well,
that makes
you're in the
sense.
perfect job for that.
I know, but I love it. I'm very privileged to see Sydney every single day from I see the Harbour Bridge from a helicopter every day and I get paid to do it.
That would be beautiful.
Wow,
you were saying it was taking you about a year applying with videos of trying to get in. So what do you mean? You'd take a video of yourself speaking and doing the traffic and you'd submit it just for them to say if it's good or bad?
Yeah.
And there was a year of that.
A year of that, and sometimes I get no response. It was just shooting my shot.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting, I was at KISS at this time, so I'm still in the art of radio. And then I was just sending, I was like, come on, please. I don't want to stay it's behind the scenes for this much longer. I was loving behind the scenes, but I always knew there's so much more to me than that. I had so much more to be on air. And then I got a response, hey, you want to come in for an interview? I was like, yes, finally.
That's sick. That's sick.
It was a long haul. It was it's not a sprint, they say. It was a marathon.
There you go. Far
And,
out.
Monique, balancing your career in sort of sports journalism and being a boxer yourself, it must be quite demanding, doing these things. How do you manage your physical and the mental sort of toll that it takes on both worlds?
Yeah, you know what? This is something that I currently struggle with is it's definitely a massive struggle for me is my personal life lacks and I find it very hard to keep the two separate. As I'm always doing boxing and media, but then I try to do a lot more training. I struggle to get the training in. My fitness is not as good as it used to be when I was fighting. And I remember how good I was when it came to Golden Gloves and my first fight. I was so fit. And now I had an exhibition in November and I just remember saying to myself, oh my God, I'm so far off my prime fitness. Yeah. So I still struggle and I'm still on the way to figuring that out. I think time is my biggest enemy. I don't have enough days in the week, hours in the week. So yeah, unless the world changes.
Well, what does a week in Monique's life look like?
So I'm up at 4:30 a.m. every morning. I get to work at about 5:30 and I'm working up until 9 o'clock. I'll have a 4-hour break. I'm either doing boxing work, podcast, or I'm doing, anything where it's going to other gyms, meeting new people and building that aspect up. And then I go back to work at 2:30. I'm there till 7. And then I'm going to training straight after and then I go to bed. Hopefully get a good 4 hours sleep or 5 hours.
4 hours sleep, 4 hours.
You should say I try to get a nap in the middle of the day just to keep myself going because I was getting sick for a long while. My health
You're
was
just pushing
down.
Yourself without realizing it until you get sick. Right?
Exactly. Well, because I was training twice a day. I used to train after my morning shift, then go back and train in the afternoon. And then I just found my body was just deteriorating. And then I went and saw a nutritionist and I got my diets all sorted, got onto supplements and it got a bit better. And then, now I'm still working it out.
I mean, the role that you do is always on camera, always on microphone, right? So you can't really switch off.
Yeah.
Like you can see now in this room, we're surrounded by cameras and whatnot. So, Monique has to always be on, which is tricky, right? And then you go to training and you have to be on there. And especially in the boxing space, you're getting punched in the face if you're not on, right? You got to defend yourself and stay to that level. So hats off to you because it's quite a challenge. You're flying in the chopper and you're coming down and doing all these things. It's great. But, what do you reckon, why do you reckon boxing itself has influenced, has it built some confidence? I'm curious to know because a lot of girls come in our gym to train, and I can see that it really helps them. But what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think boxing definitely changed my life completely and everything. I just think that boxing is one of the hardest things I've ever done. And, I'm sure like I don't have terrible experiences in my life. I'm very fortunate. But it's put me into a spot where I've been under pressure at the highest capacity and I get very nervous and it's pushed my limits. And I just think now, whatever I get on stage, whenever I push myself in my career, nothing's harder than getting in the boxing ring.
And getting hit in the face, right? If you can get hit in the face and allow yourself to do that, I think you can open yourself up to put yourself out there and be risky in other situations.
100%. And my biggest thing is like you try to prove yourself in the ring, right? So you obviously don't want to get knocked down. So you got that pressure and the nerves behind you.
Yeah.
And I just think that in my career, whatever I do, I've already done the hardest thing.
Yeah.
So the next is it's easier. I'm way more confident. I'm able to also be more confident in social settings. So, I think boxing for women is so important, especially for kids. Like it's so important to help their confidence because when I left school, I was so confused on what to do. I had no idea what to do because they force you into uni, they force you into this path. And that wasn't really a path for me. Like I was never a book smart kid. I was very physical, very sporting kid. But when I left school, I was a bit lost. So I think boxing just shaped everything for me and it gave me confidence. Even if I didn't get into media, it was able to force me to meet new people and get into a group where I felt like I belonged.
Yeah. Well, even Ben does this amateur boxing for a lot of the people that go to the gym, and you can see the level of confidence because they get put into a 10-week program, or it's even longer.
Sometimes, depending on the camp and the time that we have to prepare them. Yeah, sometimes.
But you can see the confidence, like even Rob Polomini, shout out to Rob, the confidence in him. Yeah. He's just changed.
Great.
Like as a business owner, as everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the transformation of everyday people getting into a boxing program and then seeing their confidence just from everything.
Monique, you come across as a very confident person. Do you think that this was purely because of boxing, or were you always a confident person growing up? What was your childhood like? Was there any, because you were in sports your whole time, did that give you confidence, or do you think boxing just sort of put it all together?
Look, I was quite a confident kid. Like I never really struggled in social settings, but I started working from a really young age. So I started... Look, I'm not going to say the age because I'm pretty sure it wasn't legal, but whatever it was very young. I started working in a dress shop. So I worked in boutique clothes. And I started working with people that were my mum and dad's age, quite older than me. And the maturity just grew when I was dealing with these type of people.
You have to talk to them a certain way.
Yeah.
Be on their level to get the sale.
Exactly. And, I look back then, I was like, God, I was like an ugly kid. But I just think I didn't know that. Like in my head, I just always was quite confident. And I think it was quite, appealing. Like it was easy to talk to people because I felt like, I'm a very confident person. I'm able to talk to people. I got along with people and I felt like that was just working in the workforce quite early at a really young age.
Yeah.
Do you have a memorable moment? Is there one interview that really stands out, or someone you've met that, you were really starstruck by?
Oh, this one is Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Like when I did a sit down chat with him and Jai Pataya, Jai's lovely, one of Australia's best boxer, I'd say. Yep. And he's going overseas now. And Terence and him were such a vibe, and I sat on stage with them and I had a chat. And in that moment, I just said, whoa, I've only been doing this for a year. This has really escalated. And it was a career privilege. And I just think I'm so lucky to have that.
Two different characters, Jai and Terence. How was that? What's the dynamic like between them two, or were they similar in some ways?
I was seriously it was the three of us. Oh no, Rob, another person was there, but we were sitting mostly the three of us while he did Q&As. And I remember thinking, hey guys, I'm still here. They were just bonding with each other. And Jai even said to me, he goes, it's very hard for me to find people that think like-minded like me when it comes to boxing. And they bonded. And, they're the best of the best. And Terence, 41 wins, most by knockout, and he's taken Canelo on. I look up to him being like, wow, we're once in a generation. And he was so insightful. And I'd said to anyone that asked me, a lot of people messaged me, how was he? What's his vibe? And I just said, you should go and listen to how he speaks about boxing because his IQ is incredible. Like, I know he's softly spoken, but when you understand what he's saying and really, get into his story, he's an incredible person.
Yeah, these are world-class fighters, that she's had the opportunity to speak with. So, I think it's a great opportunity even for yourself to be around those type.
Well, how are you getting those interviews? Is it through Wanderers Promotions? Like, how did you get established? Because we do have Ricky coming on in a couple of weeks, so I know you know.
It's my podcast. Get Ricky out of here.
Well, you're going to top it. We'll set this challenge with Ricky.
Ricky is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. Like, he's my closest mate, and we started in the gym together, and then pretty much one day I went to one of his amateur shows. He just started Wanderer, and we're sitting talking, and then he's like, "Oh, just do this interview with one of the guys from the gym." And I did the interview, and he goes, "Do you want to do this full time?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I actually really do." And I said, "I don't know what I do in life, but I know I'm going to be the best. Like, I'm going to be like awesome at sports presenting because it's what I love." And when he gave me that opportunity, I think it gelled well. Like, I don't hold notes when I interview like anyone in sport, really. I do a bit of background check, stats, box rec, everything like that. But I actually genuinely talk to the person like how I would want to be spoken to as a fighter.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way.
100%.
100%. Yeah. And I bond with them. So like it works. So, and I don't ask them, I'm not here for what's a clickbait. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
Well, it seems very, like you said,
what'd you point at him for?
Because as soon as
I said that's what we need, all right? You don't allow me to do it.
anytime someone says clickbait, I think are on now.
I triggered someone.
Yeah, we've had huge arguments about this.
No, I said we need clickbait, right? We need
clickbait.
We need to attack the guest.
Hey.
No,
I throw hands.
Yeah, she knows how to box. It's not the right guest to
That's
do
right,
that.
yeah. We couldn't find anything.
Good.
But in saying that, like doing these promotions and stuff, like what is Wanderers Promotions? Like, what you came on, like you said, to interview. What do they do? What are they aiming to do?
There's one thing that I really love about what Ricky's doing, because he has such a business mind, but he has such a big heart that people don't know about. He was a fighter, and unfortunately he wasn't able to go too far in his career. He still went very far. He still did exactly what he needed to do. But he's got this idea where he's going to build the grassroots boxing, which no one's doing. The guys that are really struggling at getting their names out there. And he's building a platform for them and allowing them to grow through the promotion rather than taking them when they're at their highest.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big area in the market that hasn't been tapped into. And the thing I love is that we go to events and we're talking to all the fighters, like we're all mates with them because we're there to help them. I don't do this for money. There's no money in boxing. You ask anyone, there's no money in this. I don't care about money. I'm fortunate enough to live at home with my parents. I'm going to stay there the way my relationships are going.
Shout out to the parents.
Yeah. I said to my dad the other day, I'm like, I'm going to be here till like 35, just so you know, probably more, which is fine because I love my parents so much. But yeah, I'm very fortunate. So I think in my position, because I am fortunate to not have to really struggle every day, I can make a bit of a difference. And it might not be the difference, I don't have money to spread around, but at least I can give a bit of an insight and platform for these guys that are trying to work their way up.
But it's also giving you an opportunity as well in your career, and from the kind of grassroots to meeting these great boxers and world athletes. So I think it kind of it's showing a bit of growth from both ends at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, it's giving me itchy knuckles too. Like every time I meet them. And when I was speaking to Terrence, I was like, oh, I wish I was in your position.
Are you going to go back to box? Like, is this something that's still there?
Yeah, I get asked this, like, swear to God, every day.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I really want to get back into fighting. I miss it more than anything. I miss it so much, but I just think right now, like I'm never saying no. I definitely can't say no to pro fighting. I'm just putting a pin in it.
Yeah.
And it's sitting on the board and it will come back because right now I'm in a different stage.
When you're a competitor at heart, it's hard to go to the shows and sit and sort of not feel that feeling. Like
once you've done it.
I get it, because there's an itch there that you watch and you're like, maybe I got one last one in me. I'm coaching now, obviously, too. So I get to spend some time in the ring and I sort of get that fulfillment from that, and I don't have to get punched in the face anymore. But every time we go to a show, it crosses your mind. You're like, maybe one more,
Just want to punch someone in the face.
You know what it is? It's not even from the violent perspective. It's more just to see, like, am I capable at this point in my life? Like, can I step up to the camp and
how good would it have been for your last one coming back after so long?
Yeah. I mean, that feeling of walking out and stuff, you really
With your son.
It's hard to replicate.
Yeah.
It's hard to replicate that, you know. And I think that boxing's good, you know, for different reasons. But when you're competing like that, is the thrill and the rush is pretty awesome. Yeah.
You know, the one thing boxers all chase is your hand getting risen. Like that is when I remember my first fight and my hand got. I was like, oh, that is the best. And I chased it all the time. And I don't, like I train every single day, still training every day as if I was fighting. But I do not spar as much because, you know.
Need the face.
I need this to stay unbruised.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah. I don't want to say, but yeah, you just got to keep it, you know, looking good. But also, like when you get in the ring and you start sparring, you really want to get in the ring and start competing. And I don't want to force myself into something because I get sick very quick. I was getting tonsillitis all the time. I was always getting, like I was on the verge of getting glandular fever at one point. I was getting so run down. And I just said like, you know, there's a time and it will happen, but not right now. Like my last exhibition was November. I wasn't happy with my fitness and I turned around to coach. I said, thank God that's over because I'm like so unfit.
We should be calling out someone like some sort of TikTok boxer for Monique and make some money. She should make some money.
Chanel Dargan.
No, that's not quite Chanel.
I don't want to get killed, thanks.
Clickbait.
Chanel's fighting.
I love her. She's
we love you, Chanel.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
only
on the
love
show.
me. I'm not coming for you. But there's so many girls. Like I'm going to watch her tomorrow. They're fighting on Pornazari's show, and then Chloe Gretsch, Michelle Mack. They've got a cool show, and I love seeing these girls in the ring because they're just so talented. And I think these are the faces of Australian boxing that need more light on them.
Well, what was it like? You talked about the hand raising. What was it like getting hit in the face for the first time? Like, you know, you train yourself to have a fight, but sparring and then actually getting hit is different. Were you like, how did you feel?
Yeah, it was like, I think, the first time I sparred, I was like, oh yeah, this is what it is. Because like I was a big athlete, like as in I used to do a lot of sprints and running. I used to compete through schools in like diocese and like the zone and state levels.
But nothing ever in terms of contact sport?
No. So that was all just running. So I was quite fit. Like when I left school, I was a fit kid. I used to do a lot of soccer. And then got to the point where like I think a girl slide tackled me in soccer and I was like, I'm out. I love my knees. I don't want to do an ACL injury. And then I started boxing. And then I think the first time I got hit in the face, I was like, I can do this. You know, you really have to work. And I think Ebony was the first person who hit me in the face. Wow. Now that I think about it, which she hits hard.
Actually,
probably is the hard.
Claudia, our business partner, Claudia, when Monique was coming to the gym, I'm like, hey, Mon's coming today. She's like, oh, pretty sure we've sparred a few times at a gym. I'm like, you didn't bother to tell me that? Like you didn't. Yeah, so it's interesting.
She's lovely. She used to train at the gym I first started at.
Yeah, wow.
And it's crazy how things come full circle because I always saw her. I was like, she's so fit. Let's look at this girl. Like she's going to be a weapon one day when it comes to boxing. And then, you know, you start off with these type of people and Ebbs is in the UK now, but she had a big influence on how I got into boxing, really helped my platform grow as well. And I appreciate those people that got me into it because everyone needs, you know, hey, like I can help you. I can help you here and that creates a whole path. Yeah,
especially women in boxing. Like they all really have to work together, you know, because there's not an abundance of ladies coming through, although it's blowing up at the moment. It's really popular, right? But the girls are having to use each other and then sometimes having to fight each other. Like it's incredible. We could be sparring partners and then get matched up and have to fight because that's, you know, next on the card.
Even in your professional world, you have these people that just come into your life, little moments that just help you along the way. And they might not be a mentor or anything, but you always remember that time that they just helped you to learn that task or learn that skill that's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, there's one thing, like I remember everything that people teach me in like the sense of when it comes to boxing, I'm pretty hopeless when it comes to books. But even Ebbs, like she would say to me, like every time you hit the bag, like you bring your hand back and you hit yourself in the face, you know your hands are back there. And still to this day, I do that drill every single day. And I think it's crazy because I'm like, who taught me this again? Ebbs taught me that. Like, you know, you pick up little things along the way. And I appreciate everyone who helps me. Like I'm only doing good in this area. There's no money in this sport. Unfortunately, there's not. And I'm only here for the good times and to build it up because that's what I'm chasing.
That's great.
Over the years, what would you say, Monique, would have supported you climbing through the ranks? Like previous boxer, TV presenter, traffic presenter, and on social media, all these things that you're doing, what would you say has sort of been the backbone of supporting all that?
Our family.
Okay.
Like,
elaborate into that. What do you mean?
So like I'm very, very fortunate. I've got a brother and sister. They're twins with each other, not me. I'm not a twin. And then my mum and dad. And like, I just think you guys are probably going to laugh at this, but I get home and I chuck my washing in the basket. I wash my dishes and that's about it. Like my parents are cooking for me, doing everything. But if they weren't, there's no chance I'd be able to do all this because there's a lot of time where I'm half asleep and
It would be 2 hours of sleep if you were doing all that.
100%. If I had to cook my dinner when I got home,
Ruined.
I would be destroyed.
So do you give her your nutrition plan to your mum?
Oh.
Mum, you got to do this for
I
this week.
try. I'm not a seafood person. I don't eat any seafood. Like, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because my parents used to eat salmon like 3 times a week. And I said, I can't do it
smell.
anymore.
It's that smell that always resonates with you. Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. So if I had it my way, because I had to cook for myself, I think they went away for a week and I just had steak every day with veggies because that's like all I love to cook. And then they said to me, they're like, listen, no more steak for you. You've had too much. And I was having it like twice a day at that point. And so my sister, they all take care of me. And if I didn't have my family, the solid like build we all are, I would never be able to do all this. And that's why I say I'm very fortunate and I'm going to stay there till I'm 35.
We'll send a copy to your parents after this.
Yeah. They'll be like, what are you talking about? You do nothing.
Yeah. I made it public, Mum. I have to stay home.
Yeah.
I have to stay home. Yeah.
I love it.
You come from Italian background, Mon?
I do. So boxing as a female was never spoken of. Still to this day, if I tell my dad, like they didn't come to my first fight. They came to my second fight when I lost. And they were like, sorry, this isn't for you. And I was like,
Oh, so the first one you won, they thought, okay, maybe she can do this. Then they come to the second.
yeah.
Dad doesn't want to see that, right?
It was-
It's hard to see
Yeah.
a girl. Like I got a daughter now. She's only 5, right? She does martial arts, but
Yep.
she, the thought of her getting hit or hurt. My mum used to come watch me compete, but she'd watch like with her hands.
Oh, even your last fight, your mum was next to me.
Yeah,
She didn't. She wasn't looking.
She paced the floor
Wow.
in the.
I had to relay what was happening.
Yeah.
He's winning. It's okay. He's winning. He's winning.
Bad, isn't it?
He's
Like-
still winning.
Hard. It's probably hard to see your kids go through that, you know. But weirdly, we fought. You asked about getting punched in the face. Like the guys asked me that before they start. They're like, "How am I going to feel when I get punched in the face?" You sort of fall in love with it a little bit, and I don't know. I listen to guys like
Narcissist
Try. Like
That's a sickness.
Yeah, that's a narcissist
You
mentality.
don't get it. It's hard to get it. Yeah, you don't get it.
We'll just
love
sigh.
it.
I'm an office boy. The most I get a paper cut and I go home for the day.
Yeah, I love it when people kick me in the balls.
No, I don't, maybe not.
You're talking about some other part of your life, right?
Sickly fall in love with it, and there's
Yeah.
obviously days inspiring when that guys leave and they're in tears in the car, but they turn up again next week and go all over
Yeah.
again, and you fall in love with the grind of it, and
Yeah.
really perfecting the art of boxing. But you reckon that's a misconception, or there is a misconception with women in boxing? Like you mentioned your parents not really loving it. Do you think that's like a ladies thing, or
Yeah, I definitely think so. When I started boxing, there was not many girls that were doing it. It was quite new. But my parents also were like, you've got to be very ladylike. Fighting is not ladylike. And at the end of the day, they don't really understand everything that comes with it. So still to this day, still very hard to explain what it is. But they love it. Like my dad low-key just watches my videos all the time. And I'm like, oh, are you good if I fight again? No, you're not fighting, but let me see this video. And I'm like,
but good left jab and stick.
yeah, 100%. And I said, what's about this video? Oh, you're so good. And I'm like, my biggest supporter, but also they don't want to see their kids get hurt. And my brother competed in state titles. My brother's a fighter as well. And he did state titles. And oh my gosh, that feeling of watching a family member in the ring, I nearly died. Oh,
really?
I was like, my heart was like, and I was like in tears when he won it. I was like, what the heck? What is
So you felt what your dad's feeling about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
seeing
understood.
your brother get hit and then also the comeback, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So I do get it. And, even my nonna, she knows I do it. Like she likes to hear about it here and there, but then she just goes, so when are you going to stop this? And
no, that's not doing
No. I was like, listen, you got to understand that this is not just a sport where you get hit in the face. It gives you so much more that people don't see. And it's only benefited my life. And I wish I could give it to more girls, because you don't have to get hit in the face. You can do a box fit. You can do it for just training. You can just be around the atmosphere. And I think that's the most important thing with what you're doing with your gym, how you have even just weights in in the gym, that's important to just be around that atmosphere because you just still get confidence. You just need to be around something more than just going in a gym, hitting weights and then getting out. You need to be around an atmosphere and feel like you belong somewhere. And that's where I benefit in life.
And do you think, I think I heard you talking somewhere about, kids getting bullied and, maybe going through depression or their own, mental health anxieties. Do you think it's a good thing for them or an avenue for them?
Yeah, I seriously, kids being bullied breaks my heart. And I'm sure it does for a lot of people. And I've had so many parents that, they sit with me and they say, God, my kid's getting bullied. What do I do and stuff? I just say, look, sport is so important, but especially boxing, giving that confidence, giving that sense of belonging to someone who's not that confident. And it will change them. I promise you it will change them. And look, it's not a complete fix. There's a lot of kids that can't do boxing because of disabilities or, anything else. And I feel for them, but there's an avenue for the ones that can. And it is a strong area that I suggest.
Tell me, Mon, were you going to say something?
No, go for
Sorry,
it.
tell me, what future goals, what's the plan moving forward from here? Like you're in a awesome space at the moment.
And you've done
you're
so
killing
much.
it. And you're killing it. And it's so diverse, right?
Is
It's so
Bovino
diverse.
a brand? Is it a brand? Like where does this go? Does it become a franchise, enterprise?
Well, it's
know.
it's so diverse and you're such a talented presenter that I actually thought that we should punt Ron off the podcast and get you just full-time, right? So, I didn't talk to you about that.
Yeah, okay.
What do you
The
think?
brown guy. Take the brown guy
Can I
off,
put
huh?
my picture?
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Then there's no diversity on the show, right? Okay. So I'm always going to pull the brown card whenever something like this happens.
No, but Mon, tell me, what's the future goals? Like, is there any plans moving forward or any new projects that you want to highlight?
Yeah, so I don't look at success like everyone else does. I don't care. Like money's not a success for me. I just think being the best, doing the best at what you're doing and being the most confident, whatever gives me the most confidence and whatever makes me help the most people, helps young fighters. I know how hard the scene is and it doesn't have to just be boxing. Like I'm working with a talented guy, Dan in the Gold Coast, who we're bringing out the International Brawling Championship.
I saw this. Tell me about this.
It's very cool. It's a cool concept. It's full brawling. It's getting kids off the street and doing what they're doing, brawling, but in a ring. And it gives good money to them. It gives them a good start to their career. It's only fresh. It's starting in August and it's going to go worldwide. And I think that's an exciting avenue to take. I'm not just doing boxing. I'm doing, a lot of combats.
So it's not boxing. It's kind of like cage fighting in a way, or brawling. When you say brawling, what is?
Is it 1 round? Is it 2 rounds? I'm curious.
It's so I'm still getting around the concept myself because I've only seen a couple of spars. It is pretty much, it's a mix of boxing, MMA, and a little bit of Muay Thai. So it's kind of a bit of everything.
But for the younger generation.
Well, it's for everyone.
Okay.
But it gives those people that are still trying to build their platform. So, they don't really want to do boxing. They don't really want to do an MMA. Well, there's brawling now.
Yeah,
so it's going to be huge.
Are we still talking one-on-one? Are we still talking one-on-one?
Yeah.
We're not like brawling.
It's not like the boys from Bankstown versus the boys from Fairfield, is it?
That's what I understand.
Because that's how we used to do. We just didn't have cameras back in the day.
Now we're filming it, yeah.
We used to do that in the boxing gym, eh? We used to get a couple of boys on it, the 3 guys in the ring, whatever. Actually, I don't know if I should have done. But it's one-on-one. It's
or the fight starts off with Molly on the phone. Boys.
And I'm like trying not to, I'm working how much I can say about it. But there's a concept where there's a domination, so you don't win points on the back foot. And I think that's an important thing because it's a very aggression.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. It's going to be huge and it starts off in the Gold Coast in August. So I'm hosting that and I can't wait. We've got a mad team.
We'll be on the lookout for that one.
Sick. What else is coming up for you, Mon?
I've got a Muay Thai event for Fox Sports in, when is it? Early August. I've been doing a lot of stuff with that Run It. That's a new sport that's coming to light.
Oh, is that the footy?
Yeah, the footy thing.
Run It.
I mean, it's going around the world now, so it's taken off. And then I'm just doing a lot of boxing. So I just recently got back from the Gold Coast doing DAZN for Tasman Fighters. Jai's probably last fight for a long time in the, Australia. And then I'm just seeing what's next because Wonder Promotion's going to take off. And with boxing, we're creating that real, unique area for grassroots boxing. And I just think it's going to take off with the mindset Ricky has and the heart he has. It's going places.
We'll have to pick pick Ricky's brain when he comes in for the interview to see what else there is.
Try catch him out.
Yeah.
So what you've been building up over the years, do you have a goal of where you want to take your brand, or where do you want to take Monique Bovino? Do you have a goal of that, or are you just going with the flow every day?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just doing my thing. I enjoy doing my thing, and it's just building.
Yeah, I am going with the flow. Like I will be the best sports presenter.
I love that.
In Australia or not the world. And like kudos to everyone who does it already, because like some of these girls out there are incredible at what they do, but I will be the best.
But you're coming after him.
I'm going to be the best.
Yeah.
And
That's a great goal to have.
I'm very ambitious. I haven't been doing it for like forever. I've been in the media area for a long time, and I've been doing sports since I could walk. I love the area, and I want to build it in a positive way. I just see myself being the best because I understand my craft and I want to be so good at something, I'll do it.
That's sick.
I love that.
I love that.
When your passion drives you, I think it just takes you in the greatest direction, in life. Yeah. I think when you're following a dream and you're following something that you know that you're in the right space, I think you just feel comfortable there. I think that's what I feel when you talk about boxing and this combat sports, like you're meant to be a part of it,
Well, even when I saw your gym, like we've been hanging out for a while. Sorry guys, invites. But I went and saw the gym, and like that, you can just tell you love it so much because wow, that's a neat gym. And I already said I've already bagged like where I'm going to do videos and photos and stuff because like I love that stuff. And it's just so neat, and you can tell you're passionate because you put so much effort behind it, and even aspects that you've thought about in your gym, a lot of people haven't thought that far yet. So good work.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, I wanted to do similar to what you've spoken about today, was build a safe space for combat sports. So yes, we do have fighters, but we do have 70% of our clientele are ladies that come to the gym that wouldn't traditionally go to a old school boxing gym with smelly gloves and smelly wraps. They want to go to a place that they feel welcome, and it's more about the experience. I'm probably against a bit of old school boxing, coaches and stuff because of the flashy lights and a few other things. But, we wanted to build that 5-star experience. Everything lights up in the gym. The mirrors light up. Like it just feels clean and nice. And I think that's why we've attracted, so many ladies to the gym.
Yeah, it definitely would be. I definitely walked in there and I was like, ooh, this is nice.
Yeah, try to create a bit of a vibe. That's why I wanted you to come down and have it. Check it out. And we are proud of it, I guess. It was 30 years in the making in my head to try and put that together. So
that's where you can see the nightclub aspect of it.
Yeah.
From his DCM days.
Look, I love myself. Like, probably not a good brand op, but I love myself for clubbing experience. I used to go out like sober. Like I used to drive my mates to clubs. If like asked any of them, they'd be like, she was always driving, and I just loved a good dance and stuff. And when I saw you gym, I was like, wow, what a Friday night!
You see the DJ up on top of the ring, down.
100%.
Just works.
Yeah.
Before we wrap it up, does anyone want to take it anywhere? Because we got a couple of questions that we're going to throw your way.
But we know you're very busy, so you've got to get.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Do we have any last comments or last questions, fellas?
I think we're good. I think mine, we could talk for hours. Really. Like I just think it's awesome. Your story's great. But let's shift it to how we normally wrap up. So we do like to ask some, hot fire questions that we don't tell you about.
Off the cuff. We need off the cuff answers.
That's fine.
You can't think. You just got to say. All right.
And then after this, we'll get you back on when you're at that top spot, so we can get you back into our humble.
All right.
I want to.
Hopefully, I'm still here, unless these guys have kicked me.
You might be bumped.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm a Monique lookalike.
Yeah. He's got blonde hair tomorrow.
All right. Ready? So, beach or country?
Country.
First car.
Oh, Toyota Corolla.
Corolla's popped up a bit, eh?
Thrash that thing.
Favorite sport?
Boxing.
Any other sports?
Athletics. I love athletics so much.
Beer or wine?
Wine. I only drink wine. Haven't touched a spirit in like 5 years.
Really? Cool.
Crazy.
Favorite cheat meal?
Oh, cheat meal. I ask every fighter this and I never get to answer it myself. Cheat meal, I'd honestly just go with like a Go Bucket from KFC.
Oh, yeah.
They're good.
Pet peeve of yours, something that annoys you?
About myself?
In general.
Advice like someone cutting their nails or.
That's one. And even just like, I hate rude people. Can't do rude people. I'm like, whatever, you do you, but don't be rude.
How is it interviewing them?
Wow, boxing's full of them.
Yeah,
Like, you chose the great.
I have a laugh.
Yeah.
But I've dealt with a lot of rude people.
Bite your lipping away.
Oh, I just give a look. I'm just really nice, but I know like, anyways, I have a lot of rude people.
Can we have one example of what a rude person was to interview? You don't have to name who they are.
Dude, we're in boxing. Like, it's full of
But I want to
ego.
experience what that rude
Well, I
moment was
recently
like.
got an introduction to a gym and I had a tour and the guy was very
Started showing me everything there, and I was like, I get it.
And then he told me to say something on the podcast.
Slip me $50. You thought that would do it.
You know, I'm so grateful. I actually don't have a very I have great experiences with every box. Everyone's lovely to me. And because I show respect, I'm not there for clickbait. I don't disrespect them as well. I've had a couple of interviews where they're very short and I'm like, whatever. But then they message me after and say, I'm sorry, I was in a shit mood that day. That's cool. I'm cool with that. But I'm not here for clickbait. I don't care about followers, views. I don't care about comments. I really don't care. I'm here to do good things. If it gets good views, it gets good views. Don't care if I lose 50 followers. Couldn't care less.
That's
It's a
good.
good perspective to have on it. At a party, do you people watch or do you dance?
I'm a
We
dancer.
found out that. Yeah.
I'm a dancer. Also, most
You have
of
a
the time.
go-to dance move?
Oh, I'm the worst dancer you've ever seen. in your life. I'm more like a
Free spirit. You're a free seat.
I'm always single, so I'm like, oh yeah. I'll just stay away from every guy.
What's a guilty pleasure TV show that no one knows you watch?
I watched Gossip Girl. I've watched it 15 times now.
Far
Like
out.
when you say 15 times, you
Talking
mean
about
the
all
whole
the
seasons.
15 times?
Everyone who knows me knows I rewatch. I think.
Was there, how much seasons is there? There was like 6 or 7?
It's. I'm pretty sure it's. Oh God, I don't even know. I think it's 7.
sure
but I
you would.
watch it.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I know I can now word what they're saying.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how far I've gone into it. I just watch it because I just love it so much.
Do you put that into your hosting style or your question style? Like,
You know what's so funny? When I'm trying to get over someone, like a relationship, I'll watch Gossip Girl because it makes me bitchy and not care. No one knows that. Anyway, so I've just released it.
On camera now. Do you think you marry a boxer? It's not a question. I just thought of it now.
God, my dating history doesn't prove that. But no, I don't.
You've obviously dated a boxer before.
I've dated a boxer before. When it comes to dating, I just try to. I have the worst luck. Like if I end up getting I think I go for a nice guy and then they end up turning me like the worst guy ever. So
If they're from the boxing gym predominantly, I reckon.
which is what hence her answer, not marrying a boxer.
I try not to date. Like I've dated in the gym once. That was the first guy who got me into boxing in a way. But after that, I never dated in the gym again. Don't like to date boxers. I try to keep out of
You
it.
just broke half the boxers'
Yeah.
heart that are watching.
And you've lost about 50 interviews.
Have I lost followers too? I'm pretty
you got 50
sure.
followers, and anyone that thought they had a chance that was a boxer,
Yeah.
you're gone, bro.
Yeah.
Scrap.
Right now, dating is so out of the realm for me. Like I'm just so career focused, and it's probably I struggle with keeping a career and personal life very separate. So I'm still trying to get to that point.
Well, good luck with that.
I've got a couple more.
Tell me.
Have you ever left a bad review at a restaurant?
Never, because I know if I've, you know what's funny? I've gone to do it, but I just say I would never want someone to give me hate or give me a bad review, so I'll leave it alone. But there's times they definitely deserve it. So
Yeah.
That's a good
it's
question.
all good.
What do you obsess about?
Obsess, as in day to day. Like, what do I obsess?
Something that you obsess about.
Well, like training. Like literally, if I don't train once in a day, and I'm obsessed with my dog. Like literally, my bulldog.
dog?
Yeah, I try to bring her to the gym, and then she just starts doing weird shit. And I'm like, oh, I
What
can't.
type of dog is it?
Bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't do much.
And that slobber lol. Yeah.
Sorry, you should see my car. Vacuum my car every day. Obsess over training. I actually have a obsessive personality. So I eat the same thing, no word of lie, Monday to Friday, same exact thing, and I do the exact same thing when it comes to routine wise.
So what's the meals that are getting this version of Monique that we're seeing?
You guys are gonna laugh. I have every single morning at 4:30 a.m. 2 slices of avocado toast with feta and drizzle on it, and then a coffee. Then I come back from work. I have 2 eggs, same avocado toast, 2 again. I have a hash brown, strawberries with Nutella spoon. Then I wake up. I'll have a salad with tuna. Even though I hate seafood, I I'll do tuna. Tuna's
yeah.
like
A little meaty.
not even seafood, anyways. And then I'll do that, and then I'll go to work. I have veggies, steamed veggies with steak, and then whatever my parents cook me, which is like usually pasta or steak again.
So if there's a guy out there that is interested, you just got the meal plan.
You got the meal
get that
plan
sorted out and have it delivered, and you're in. Okay?
Am I not easy to deal with?
Yeah, not high maintenance.
I'm seriously not like the most low maintenance person.
And for any females that want to follow a plan, that's the plan too.
Hey, I don't know if it's a good one, but it works for me, so it's good.
I got 2 more questions.
Tell me.
If you had to choose someone for a tag team wrestling partner, who would it be?
Like I have to fight them.
No,
They're your
on
team.
your team.
Oh, they're on my team as like a like.
You can't pick like Jai Apatow or something. Like
Okay, they have to be. Do they have to be a girl?
Oh no, anyone you that comes to mind that you would pick that you know.
Oh,
We're all for women in men's sports and everything, so yeah.
all right. Let's do.
Like you're in trouble in the ring and you got to go and tag this person, right? And they're coming in.
I definitely do Ebbs.
Yeah,
Ebony, yeah. Like
She's
hardest
a machine.
hitter for a girl like I've experienced for that weight division.
Yeah.
I'd choose Ebbs, and she's hardcore. Like,
Yeah, man.
she doesn't care. Like she doesn't care if she has to fight like even like a relative in the ring. She'll do it. Like she's.
And you said she was the first one that hit
punch
you.
to the head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for you,
And she was going light, by the way. I was
yeah.
like, oh god, that hurt.
She's a machine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ebbs. The last question I have is: if you were a snack, what would you be? I'll cringe every time.
You could make the weirdest edit out of this.
I know, why? Because I know we have so much content that we can play with.
Who said we aren't?
100%. I'm going to see this coming out like, what the heck?
I cringe every time I have to ask that question. I really
Nah,
do.
it's fine. Who cares? What would I be?
He said caramel koala.
Yeah, I was a caramello koala.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's just what came to mind at the time you asked
A
me.
lot of people say Turkish delight.
Yeah, Turkish delight has popped up.
Yo, I'd be like, it's okay from the outside and then shit on the inside. I reckon that. Like, I'm
What is it?
I'm a mess on the inside. Let's just say that. I'm like
What is a
chaotic
mess?
as shit. What's a chocolate bar that's that?
That's crap on the inside.
Oh, what's that coconut one? I can't stand that coconut one.
Bounty.
Bounty, I love Bounty.
I love that's my
sorry.
favorite chocolate.
Get out of here.
I can't do bouncy.
That is it.
Thing.
Okay, so thank you for being on the show today.
I'm the bouncy. I'm
no
right
seafood,
on the
no
outside.
bounty. This is why I look like this.
I love I just said I like eat tuna. I'm like, shit, sorry. I actually mean every other seafood.
Yeah, I don't eat seafood, but I eat tuna.
Yeah.
We'll clip that one. That's Ron saying.
Alrighty, to
I
wrap
have
this-
one more
Go
question.
for it. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
there any question that you would like to be asked to you? Like a question that encaptures or that you ask to other people that is your favorite go-to question?
I'd be like, what difference do you want to make? Because that's a question.
That's a heavy one.
What's the difference you want to make?
Well, I want to help people that don't get the spotlight and grow grassroots boxing and grassroots athletes in general. And I want to make it. I want to be that person that everyone says she's a great chick. Like she's actually genuinely in this for the good reasons. And I want to be that person because I swear I have the most genuine reasons. I don't care about following, likes, all that crap. Don't care. I'm not here for clickbait. I'm here to be a genuine person, and that's what I want to. Well, that's my answer there.
That's a good way to end the episode. We got one last question to end the episode. You're going out to dinner. You get to pick 3 people to bring out to dinner. These 3 people could be anyone from who you know in today's world, or anyone in today's world, or anyone in the history of humanity. Who would those 3 people be?
God, you guys asked me killer questions.
It's heavy. It's taken us 27 episodes to perfect it.
Yeah, far out. I love my family more than anyone in the world. Like I'm a family person. I know that one day my job, unfortunately, is going to take me international and I'll have to move away. Like my dad is my favorite person in the world. So I'd say my dad.
I think he gets on your social media as well.
Oh, I'm trying to get like a cool.
Yeah, I think he's close to being that guy, that dad on social media.
He gets such great views and stuff. And I'm like, do people really care about this?
Nah,
Anyways.
do it more. I think it's funny. I've seen some of them. They're pretty funny.
All right, I'm going to tell him that because I filmed him the other day and he wasn't funny. And I was like, why are you not funny when the camera's on?
Be funny, man.
I'm like, is
Come
it
on,
that
Dad.
hard?
Yeah.
So, I'd do him. I'd love to sit down with Terrence again, but my dad is like, he loves boxing and doesn't really know that much. So I'm like, I try to educate him, but Terrence was a mad vibe. And then I'll say a female, like, I'd love to sit down with like Clarissa Shields. Like I just think she's got a lot of attitude and she's one to watch, and I admire it. So I'd probably put her in there. It would be the weirdest dinner table ever, by the way. But anyway, maybe not all together, but like I'd just say like they're pretty cool people, I think, in the industry.
It's great.
Monique, thank you.
Thank you
for
so
coming
much,
on.
guys, for having me.
This is a great chat. I really enjoyed it. Thank you
love
for
the
taking.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, great energy.
Hey, do you want to just put my name plaque there already?
Yeah, we're going to switch one out.
We'll be having a chat afterwards. I'll come in with the blog.
My chats happen differently.
Is that a threat?
You're in trouble, right?
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
I'm going to use this for when you do become famous. When you're up there, when you're at the top.
Threatened me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
500,000.
Monique, honestly, we really appreciate your time and you coming out. I know it was a bit far to travel, but you're back in your old stomping grounds.
I am.
Near C93. But we appreciate what you're doing and we've been watching you for some time now and we have full support from the Connect podcast. But thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Monique. And
we have one more thing that we do.
There's like 16 one
yeah,
more thing.
I know.
This is the
this is absolute last one.
One more thing.
We get all of the guests to look down the barrel and say, let's connect. So on 3, we're going to do that. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's connect.
Let's go.
It was supposed to be on 3.
Oh, I was at 3,
3, 2, 1. What?
We
That's
did,
awkward.
we did it.
Do you need
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We made this a free platform because we want to educate and add value to your business world. All we ask for as a payment is to hit the subscribe button and share it with people that you know would benefit from this conversation. If you want to elevate your connections, we'll see you at the next Connect MacArthur event.